The moon's missing smile. The moon was famous for her smile. Every night, when the stars twinkled and the sky turned deep blue, she would glow above the world with a white, gentle smile that comforted children, travelers, and even the owls perched in the trees. Her smile was so bright that people could walk along paths at night, and children loved to wave at her before bedtime, whispering their secrets and dreams. But one evening, something strange happened. As the children of Willowbrook Village looked up at the sky, they gasped. The moon was there, shining as always, but her smile was gone. She looked worried, even sad, as though a piece of her magic had disappeared. Little Emma, who was 6 years old and had the biggest curiosity in town, pressed her face against her bedroom window and whispered, "Where's your smile, Moon?" Her brother Max, who was 8 and always ready for an adventure, climbed up beside her. "Maybe someone took it," he said dramatically, "like a thief in the night." Emma shook her head. "No one would steal a smile. Smiles aren't things you can put in your pocket. Maybe it just got lost." The moon blinked sadly, as if she could hear them. A silver tear rolled down her cheek and drifted like a falling star into the meadow outside the village. Emma and Max gasped. "Did you see that?" Max cried. "The moon is crying." Emma grabbed her backpack and tugged Max's sleeve. "Come on, we have to help her find her smile." They slipped quietly out of their house, ran across the silent village, and entered the meadow where the silver tear had landed. The grass shimmered with moonlight, and in the middle of the meadow lay a glowing droplet that pulsed like a tiny heartbeat. Emma bent down and picked it up carefully. It felt warm, like hope. "Moon's tear," she whispered. Suddenly, the droplet transformed into a small, winged creature made entirely of light. Its wings fluttered like sparkles. Hello. It chimed in a voice as soft as bells. "I am Luma, guardian of the moon's smile. But tonight, something terrible has happened. The smile has slipped away. Where did it go?" Max asked eagerly. Luma sighed. "The moon's smile is made of laughter, kindness, and dreams. But tonight, shadows swept across the sky and carried it away. If we do not bring it back before dawn, the moon will remain sad forever, and the night will never feel safe again." Emma held her brother's hand tightly. "We'll help, right, Max?" Max nodded fiercely. "Of course. Where do we start?" Luma's wings shimmered. "You must follow the trail of stardust left behind by the missing smile. Each part of the smile scattered into a different place. To restore it, you must gather 3 things: a spark of laughter, a feather of kindness, and a pearl of dreams." The children agreed without hesitation. The meadow shimmered, and suddenly a path of stardust stretched before them, winding into the forest, hand in hand. Emma and Max followed the glowing trail, with Luma fluttering ahead like a lantern. The first stop was the forest clearing. There, they heard giggles, chuckles, and bursts of laughter bouncing around like bouncing balls. But when they looked closer, they saw that the laughter belonged to a group of fireflies who were trying to play hide and seek. Their lights flickered too brightly, giving them away, and each time one tried to hide, the others laughed even louder. Emma clapped her hands. "They're laughing so much." Luma nodded. "But the moon's smile needs a spark of pure laughter, the kind that comes from joy, not from teasing." Max thought for a moment. He crouched down and pulled a silly face, crossing his eyes, puffing his cheeks, and sticking out his tongue. Emma burst out laughing, real, bright laughter that filled the clearing with warmth. Even the fireflies paused to giggle along. The sound floated upward like a glowing bubble. Luma caught it gently and shaped it into a spark of golden light. "The first piece of the moon's smile," she said with relief. They tucked the spark safely into Emma's backpack, and the trail of stardust shimmered again, leading them deeper into the woods. The second stop was a hidden garden. In the middle grew a tree so tall its branches touched the stars. Beneath the tree stood a small bird with golden feathers, but the bird looked miserable. Its wing was tangled in a thorny vine, and no matter how hard it tried, it couldn't free itself. Emma gasped. Poor bird. We have to help. Max rushed forward, but the thorns scratched his hands. He winced but kept pulling. Emma carefully untangled the vines, whispering softly to the bird, "It's okay. We'll help you." Finally, the bird was free. It fluttered its wings and sang a sweet, grateful song. One of its golden feathers drifted down into Emma's hands, glowing with kindness. Luma's eyes sparkled. The second piece of the moon's smile. Kindness always shines the brightest. Emma stroked the feather gently before placing it next to the spark of laughter. The stardust path shimmered again, winding upward into the hills beyond the forest. The children climbed, their legs aching, but they never gave up. At last, they reached a quiet cave high on the hill. Inside, the walls sparkled with crystals. At the center of the cave was a pearl, resting on a pedestal of stone. It glowed softly, as though it were made of dreams. "This must be the pearl of dreams," Emma whispered, but just as she reached out, a shadow slithered across the floor. A tall, dark figure appeared, made of swirling smoke. Its eyes glowed red, and its voice was as cold as the wind. "The smile belongs to me now," the shadow hissed. "Without it, the world will fear the night, and fear makes me strong." Max stepped in front of Emma bravely. "You can't keep it. The moon needs her smile." The shadow laughed darkly. "And what can the children do against me?" Emma's hands trembled, but she remembered what Luma had said. The smile was made of laughter, kindness, and dreams. They already had to pieces. All they needed was the last. She looked at Max. "Quick, think of your best dream." Max closed his eyes and thought of flying above the clouds, riding a dragon with wings like fire. Emma closed hers and dreamed of a world where no one was lonely, where every child had a friend and every heart was full of love. Their dreams glowed brighter and brighter, filling the cave with light. The shadow shrieked, trying to hide, but the glow pushed it back, melting it away until nothing remained but a whisper. The pearl floated into Emma's hands, warm and radiant. "You did it," Luma whispered in awe. "You found the pearl of dreams." The moon's smile is whole again. Together, they placed the spark of laughter, the feather of kindness, and the pearl of dreams into Luma's glowing wings. The guardian rose into the air, carrying the treasures high into the sky. The children ran outside just in time to see the moon glowing brighter and brighter. Slowly, her smile reappeared, wide and joyful, spreading across the night sky. The stars twinkled happily, and the fireflies in the forest danced. The golden bird soared overhead, singing its song of gratitude. The moon's voice drifted down, gentle as a lullaby. "Thank you, dear children. You reminded the world of laughter, kindness, and dreams. Because of you, my smile will shine forever." Emma and Max hugged each other tightly, feeling proud and happy. Luma fluttered down one last time. "You have done something extraordinary. But remember, the moon's smile also lives in your own hearts. Whenever you laugh, share kindness, or dream bravely, you keep her shining." The children nodded, and with a final sparkle, Luma vanished into the night sky. Emma and Max returned to Willowbrook Village, slipping quietly into their beds just as dawn painted the sky pink and gold. As Emma drifted off to sleep, she whispered, "Good night, moon. Don't worry, we'll always help you keep your smile." The moon winked, and her smile glowed brighter than ever, a promise that as long as children believed in magic, the night would always be filled with light. And from that night onward, whenever anyone in the village looked up at the moon's smiling face, they felt a little braver, a little kinder, and a little more full of dreams.